Welcome back to Rhomany's Realm. I'm Rhomany, and today we have the last in the series of 12 pagan parcels for you. Now, obviously, I explained before, the subscription continues if you still want to receive it, but the Wheel of the Year starts again. So you've had the 12 points of the year already if you had the very first box. If you didn't have the first box, then you have however many you have left to get to the next cycle. Starting, I think in August, I'm going to be getting the new box to show you that, which is the Witch's Essentials one. It's a crafting style box where we'll be making things like perfumes and oils and soaps and decorations and all sorts of bits and pieces he's got lined up for us. But let's get into this. This is the Lammas box. Lugnasa, if you prefer, which is basically Harvest Festival. So, ooh, we've got an Athame. Oh, so this is the last of your 12 altar tools. We've already had things like altar cloths, candle holders for the god and goddess. We've had, what else have we had? A chalice, an incense burner. We've had all sorts of things, that lovely plate, pink plate that I received. So this month is the Athame. So let's dig that out and have a look straight away, shall we? I normally save the best till last, but let's have a look anyway. So we've got a wooden Athame. Now that's interesting. Usually Athames you would think would be metal, but they don't have to be. They are not for cutting things. Your ritual Athame or spellcasting Athame is more for mixing or ceremonial things. So the metaphor of cutting paper or splitting things. Here's an example of how you might use a metaphorical Athame. Is if you're doing a spell for separation, say you're trying to separate yourself from a situation, you might use candles, for instance, and every day you might pull the candles apart for a series of time. So you'd start off with the candles, moving gradually apart, okay, until the thread that connects the candles is stretched so taut that it can break. And then you would ceremonially cut the imaginary thread binding the two candles together, so separating yourself from whatever was going on. That's more what an Athame is for. An Athame really shouldn't be sharp. It doesn't need to be. You would normally have a cutting knife or kitchen knife that would be separate, that you would use for, you know, carving your candles and all that kind of stuff. So don't be disappointed in the fact that this is wooden. This is actually really good, because what you can do obviously is decorate it. You could carve or paint runes or symbols or astrological signs, whatever you want, into your blade if you wanted to. You could decorate it. You could paint the handle, wrap the handle in fabric or silk or leather, you know, jazz it up a bit. You could put a ritual stone on the top to symbolise whatever it is that you particularly use. So if you use a lot of sun magic and fire magic, you might put something like a citrine on here, or an orange beryl on your ritual Athame. So you could decorate it, or you could just leave it simple, leave it plain and simple, and just tie ribbons around it for whatever colour of magic that you are getting involved in at the time. You know, you could change it every time you use it. So this is actually very, very versatile. I'm quite pleased with this because I don't have an Athame. I tend to use my wands. So, what else have we got? What's this? Mistletoe for warding off evil. That's interesting. I would have thought of mistletoe more as a winter herb, but I suppose you could think of it in terms of warding off the coming evils of winter. So mistletoe is a prime protective herb that bestows good fortune, health, wealth and fertility. It wards off evil spirits and the works of wicked witches. So I suppose back in the old days when there actually was a proper harvest, and you know, you had to get your harvest in before it rained and everything else, I suppose that That could have been used as a ward off the blight kind of herb. It is strange though, because you always think of mistletoe as a winter herb because it flowers in winter. And we have, oh, another incense burner. This has an on mark on it and some stars. I can never have too many of these. I've got about 6, but always handy to have another one. For those of you who are not familiar with this, it has a hole in the end. You light your incense, you stick it in there and you burn your incense. It's not rocket science. Speaking of incense, oh, sandalwood. We've had sandalwood before in this elements one, but I love the sandalwood one and I think I've used all of mine, so always nice to have some more. I like sandalwood as a base element, just generally, just if I want to clear the energy in the room or just have a nice smell. I just like sandalwood, so I do tend to burn this quite a lot. Very nice, happy with that. Here's our spells for the month. So what have we got? Oh, the Witch's Alphabet, Theban script, that's cool. Something for your Book of Shadows. Also called the Runes of Honorius. These letters are used to write spells and incantations in Witch's Book of Shadows and to inscribe one's craft name on ritual tools and witch jewels. Their origin is lost in the mists of antiquity. So if you wanted to, you could carve your initials, or if you have a witch name, you could carve that, or you could carve a magical word that means something to you. So for instance, I'm a moon witch. I could put Luna, for instance, or Nox or something like that on my ritual Athame in my Theban script. That would be quite good. And if you've got wood burning tools, you could really go to town, couldn't you? Do decorative scripts and sigils and all sorts of things. So that's quite cool. A Lammas spell of courage. Lay out the cloth. Aha, here we go. Here's the courage spell bits. So lay out the cloth, sprinkle the herbs on it, tie in a sachet, keep it in your back pocket, sleep under your pillow, etc, etc. Served its purpose, untie the knot and bury it. So yeah, it's just for a little bit of a boost. Handy at this time of year if you're thinking of starting school or starting a new job when the kids go back to school or anything like that. Our candles for Lammas, obviously Harvest Festival, Autumn, Fire Festival, all that kind of stuff. Very nice. And, oh, now here's one I've not come across before. Fenugreek Seeds. I've heard of fenugreek, but I've never used it. I've no idea what it smells like. Fenugreek seeds are used in money magic. Oh, that's handy. Could use some of that. Using sachets, ritual baths, infusions for floor washes, money incense, or leave bowls of the seeds in a wealth corner of the main living room area. Be careful. Check up on your herb magic whether these are poisonous to pets or anything like that. And don't assume that because it's okay for one, it's, yeah, it might not affect a dog, but a bird it might poison. So always look up your herbs before you leave them out in little easy to reach bowls. But you could use this, say if you don't need a courage spell but you need a money spell or a good fortune spell, you could use your fenugreek in your ritual thing for your ritual sachet for your Lammas spell. I might do that actually. Could do with a bit of money magic, saving for a car. Good vibes for a car. Mama needs a car. And last but not least, we have a new stone. Now this is one I've not got. And it's not one that I've used before. I use Obsidian a lot. Obsidian is like the protector, banish negative energy kind of stone. But blue Obsidian, I am not familiar with. Oh, it's pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh, it's almost like aquamarine. Look at that. I don't think the blue picks up on the camera, but it's almost like a piece of sea glass. That's the blue aqua colour on it. Oh, there we go. There you go. It's still not picking up the colour. You can see it kind of a bluey green, but it's much, much prettier than that. Like I say, it looks like a piece of sea glass. It's gorgeous. So, blue obsidian for understanding, supports communication on all levels, treats speech defects and stimulates growth in all areas, soothing and calming. That's cool. So if you've got a seasonal sales job or something like that and you want to increase your potential in your job, you could use your Fenugreek Seeds in your courage spell instead of your mix of herbs, or even with the mix of herbs, you know, courage, communication, getting out there and talking to people. And then you could use your obsidian in there as well and mix it all together, and that could be quite cool, actually. That could be quite powerful. So there is my last Wheel of the Year Pagan Parcel. I will probably get some later on. I might dip in and out. I really like the Samhain one, obviously, so I might get the October box, and I may also get the Imbolc box for February, because those are my two favourite boxes, and the contents will change from what was in last year's cycle. So I may get those two, but in general, I'm not getting any more of these to do unboxings. I'm going to be getting, as I said, the new box that's coming out, the Witch's Essential box. Again, if you are interested in that, go visit the website, keep an eye out on there. As soon as it's available, Terry and Julie will announce it on there and you can subscribe straight away. I'm not sure if subscriptions are open yet, because I don't think they've quite decided on what date they're going to release it. Okay, so thanks for joining me. Hope you've enjoyed today's unboxing. Thanks for watching.